All right, guys. Welcome back to the Pulse with Willie and Al. How's it going today, bro?
Dude, not too bad, not too bad. We're rocking and rolling. It's starting to get pretty fucking cold here, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
is.
time.
It
It's
definitely
time.
is. It's getting chilly here. I tell you. But it's getting nice. So, um,
I've been wearing winter hats lately in the morning. That's
uh,
that's where it's at cold wise here.
I'm starting to cook using pumpkin and apple and stuff
Oh,
like that. So
okay,
yeah,
all right,
we're feeling that. We're feeling that.
yeah.
So it's really good, by the way. But yeah, today we are actually really back with episode 98, and this is our we can't wait episode. Because yes, we just couldn't wait to have this episode last week. I don't know. We decided to run it forward a little fast. But we are back with episode 98 today. And today we're going to have a nice little reflection on what's going on with the ALCS, the NLCS, and then dive into our World Series preview. We're also going to cover some big storylines from the NFL that
Ooh,
popped up. So buckle up and enjoy, and we'll get cracking here. So Major League Baseball first. The ALCS, we had the Mariners and Blue Jays, and you were right, man. It went 7 games, like you said
weird
it would.
baseball, baby. Weird
Yeah,
baseball. What I
it
love.
it sure was action packed. Like the Blue Jays won the next 2 games after that, even the series up, and then they went up 3-2, right?
Yeah,
And then the Mariners came back, tied it up at three apiece, and then they went to Game 7, and it just the clips. First of all, the clips of Springer hitting that home run were insane.
yeah.
Like the sound, the ambience, everything. It was just wild to see that. But I will say the clips after the game, and I don't know if you saw this in the Mariners locker room, but those were very difficult to hear. There's
Yeah, J Rod just screaming. Yeah, like
there's
that's
very few times in life that you hear like a man that you can tell when they yell they're in pain, and
yeah.
that was some very painful screams and yells from him, and it just that
Because they
was
were
kind of a rough thing to experience.
Yeah, because I mean, they were what? Like they were less than 6 outs away. Like
And this was the
six
year
outs
for
away from
them
the World
too.
Series.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like
Raleigh
Cal
had a
Raleigh did
great home run. Like it
yeah,
just
Cal Raleigh did what he's done all season, and he gave it to him one more time, and it just wasn't enough. And like that's the thing that I love about the playoffs, and it's like really heartbreaking too, is like
mhm.
both teams like played their asses off, and like somebody had to win that series and somebody had to lose that series.
Which was super sad, super sad. But just kind of, what are your thoughts on the Mariners and where they go from here, and like, how do they rebound from something like this and not have that like crushing hangover uh, next year?
Yeah, man, that's really tough. That's hard to bounce back from. And I think that they're going to take this off season. I think they're in a really good place. They've got a hell of a lineup. You know what I mean? And they can just really build on that. And like they now know what they're capable of. And I
Hmm.
think with that, now that they've arrived, expectations are going to be pretty heavy on them next year because like they were 6 outs away from a World Series.
Yeah,
Now they've got to like start all over again.
yeah,
And
they've got to figure that out too. And the one thing I will say is like they're going to have the confidence next year because they know how close they got. That
yep,
having that hunger, it really can drive you a lot.
they were
So
up 3-2 going back to Toronto for game 6. And like just couldn't close it, man. They
yeah,
just couldn't close it. And like something I've kind of been talking about a lot with Seattle's like their bullpen was kind of suspect in like I always say this, if you have a suspect bullpen, it's gonna get exposed in the playoffs at some point.
it's
And it
very
got
difficult.
exposed at the worst possible time.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate for them. And just to be able to, you know, hope they are able to figure it out in the off season. NLCS though. I mean, at least the
And
Mariners can hang their hat and say, "Hey, listen, we did our best." But the Dodgers had just a clean sweep, like get that broom out for the Brewers, and they just seemed outmatched in this series.
I don't even know if it's so much outmatched, but like
Mhm.
they had their chances. I just the Dodgers starting pitching was just lights out.
Yeah.
Like you get like the Dodgers rotation right now, like in the playoffs, their starters ERA is like 1.4. Like
Not
they're
to
just and they're obliterating teams, and they've only
yeah.
lost one game this entire playoffs.
Yeah, not to mention Otani, like in the last game, hits 3 dingers and strikes out 10 guys. Like
Yeah,
it's just, it's like they can't get away from this guy.
I will say this: the dinger that he hit, the second one, the one that went out of Dodger Stadium,
Hmm.
um, that to me is a home run. I'm going to put up there with the Jorge Soler home run in the World Series,
Hmm.
the Albert Pujols home run, like just home runs that broke a pitcher's soul.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're ever going to come back from it.
Dude, that Soler home run will forever, I'll never be able to shake that from my memory. And
Yeah,
the Braves had a lot of home runs in that postseason, but
yeah.
that one was the crusher. That was the dagger that just, it was like, yep, they're broken after this. Um,
The fact that home run two went 469 feet, like that was almost a 500-foot home run that you know it's a good home run when the pitcher first of all just puts his head down and he's just like, well, you know what I mean? And like he single-handedly won that game by himself. And a lot of times we say that and we're kind of like it's hyperbole. No, he scored 3 out of the 5 runs by hitting
mhm.
3 home runs. He only let up 1 run. That's the literal definition of winning the game by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And now we're gonna get to see like what 2 years that he's been in LA, 2 World Series. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. It's interesting because that's the exact reason that they brought him in there. That's the exact reason they brought in Yamamoto and Sasaki and all these guys, right? Blake Snell, like all of these guys that came there to win a World Series, and now they're back in that position again. Even
Yep.
though they had a rough year, same thing as last year, man. Same thing. Like it was just rough year, nothing was going right. But come playoff time, they were healthy. Even this year, Mookie Betts finally got healthy. What towards the beginning of August, started playing
Yeah.
better, and then look like it's just the
Yeah,
postseason came. Mhm.
they just kind of lurked around all season. Like, they won 93 games, which is like nothing to sneeze at. That's a really good, like, that's a great season. And like, they had to play in the wild card round.
But
You know
this
what I
is the
mean?
thing.
And then
You're
they didn't have home field against the Phillies. They didn't
yeah.
have home field against the Brewers.
This
Like,
is the crazy thing about that team is like you're telling me they couldn't have won 7 more games this year and won 100 games. Like
they were so hurt all
so
year.
hurt, but like it's crazy to think they limped into the playoffs with 93 wins.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the
But they, you
Brewers
know
won
what I
a
mean?
lot
Like
of games this year. Like
the Dodgers, though, you can tell in the playoffs, like everybody's played big games before.
yeah,
And you can tell, you know how I could really tell when the last out was caught in game 4, got like they just kind of went in, shook hands, and were like, cool, won the pennant. Dope.
yeah,
Like,
I saw that a lot, and it was really bothersome for many years for me. But I saw that a lot with the Patriots players. They just didn't get shook in the
yeah,
playoffs because it was just like we've been here, we know what to expect. Yeah, okay. Even if we lose this game, like we're gonna be back and be competitive again next year. We know it.
because winning the pennant's not their goal. That's
Right,
not their goal.
right. It
That's
doesn't.
their
It's a very small hill in terms of the mountain. Yeah.
Yep. It's like cool, we did that. We needed to do that though, so we can try to win another championship.
Yeah,
Like,
sweet. We made it to base camp. Now watch us
yeah.
trek this. So, um,
I did read a fun story the other day that the Dodgers after one season recouped all of the $700 million from Otani's contract.
that is insane.
Yeah, they're just playing with house money. They're printing money.
Oh
That's all
my
they're doing.
god. And he's just made it so easy for someone from Japan to want to play there because it's just they're going to pay them. They've got the money. They know they're going to make it back. Like the only thing that would kill that would be a salary cap in baseball. Um,
So there's a strike looming at the end of next season,
mhm.
and that's going to be the big thing.
Mhm.
And I think you're actually going to see. This is going to be the first strike where they miss games. I think since '94. I really do. I really do because I think they're at a point, and especially you're going to see this if the Dodgers win the World Series again, and if they win it handily.
Mhm.
Like you're going to see, and like Toronto's no slouch either. They have a pretty high payroll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's a full season that has to go through before there's the strike, right?
yeah, correct,
Yeah. So
correct.
if they win it this year and then they come back and win it again, I feel like teams are going to be like, "All right, enough of this." But I'm kind of
Yeah.
for it, man. Like you said, like you kind of warmed me up to the idea of a dynasty. I kind of like that.
Oh yeah, I love a dynasty because then like you're just rooting for like as somebody that was a fan of a team that had a dynasty,
Hmm.
I loved it because I was like, cool, give us your best shot. We're always gonna face everybody's best shot every week.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
And
So
so many times during those dynasties, I remember things happened that people are like, "Yep, the dynasty's over." Like when the Chiefs blew out the Pats. That I think it was like
that
week.
Monday night,
Yeah.
we're on a Cincinnati game. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yep.
then all of a sudden it was like, nah, actually not. Let's hit the reset button. We got this.
Yeah.
So
Actually, we're gonna play in 4 more Super Bowls in 5 years.
yeah,
Watch this. Like,
no big deal. No big deal.
yeah.
So let's jump into. By the way, tell me where do the Brewers go from here? Because that's just it's demoralizing, man. It really is. To get swept like that.
Honestly, that's the thing is like I don't know where they can do. Like they have this really good minor league system and
Hmm.
they have these really good players. And I just like it kind of reminds me like a shittier version of Atlanta in the '90s.
Okay.
You have all this talent, you're winning all these games, but you never like you could never bust through. Like I just one of these years it has to be their year. They have
Yeah.
too much talent, and they were the best team in the National League by a mile this year. And like they just ran into a Dodgers team that got hot at the right time. And that's the playoffs, man. That's the playoffs. You just got to be hot. And the same thing with Toronto. Toronto
Yeah.
caught fire end of the season.
We
Look what
butchered
they're
these
doing
other
now.
teams. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, man. All right. So on to the World Series preview. Obviously, we have Toronto and the Dodgers playing, which I think it's kind of neat. My wife was saying it's an intercontinental World Series, and I'm like,
First time Toronto's been in the World Series since '93, baby.
yeah. I had to explain to her like, listen, it's the same continent, but I know what she's getting at. So it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool that like she's like, is that the only team in Canada? I'm like, well, there used to be another. What
Should be the
happened?
Expos.
Yeah,
Oh, don't get me. We
yeah,
could do a full 2 hours on why the Expos shouldn't have left, and
yeah.
I won't stop talking. It
Listen,
drives me batty.
they brought I saw some of the best baseball games of my life that my dad brought me to there, and it was I met Tony Gwynn there. I saw Braves games there. It was,
Yeah.
dude, it was great, man. It was great. um it was wild, but everyone seems to be siding with the Dodgers on this as heavy favorites. Like
Sure.
let's take the Blue Jays first, right? Because I kind of know what you're going to say about the Dodgers, but let's talk about the Blue Jays, right? Why do you think they're going to win the World Series? What do they got to do? Like, what needs to go right for them in this series for them to be able to win?
The thing with the Blue Jays that's two things.
Hmm.
They play really good fundamental baseball. Like that's like if you kind of watch them, they will not shoot themselves in the foot. They will not do that.
Hmm.
They don't strike out a lot. They just are really, they work pitchers deep into counts. Like there's a world, like everybody seems to think that the Dodgers are going to sweep Toronto. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think this is actually going to be a series
Okay.
because here's the thing. The Dodgers have like this, the Dodgers have had a layoff of over a week.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? Like that's it. And fun stat that I read recently. The last 5 instances since 1985 where a team in the LCS went 1-7 games, and a team that won the LCS and swept
Yeah.
that met the World Series. The team that won 7 games has won all 5 of those.
Which is wild to think about.
Yeah,
I think it's
because like
staying
if you,
warm. Yeah.
yeah, because if you like think about it, like you know what I mean. Like Toronto has some rest, sure, but like they're still kind of right back. You know what I mean? Like they're still
Yeah.
kind of in it.
They
So
are.
and I think a lot of it obviously starts and ends with Vlad. He has been a monster in these playoffs. A
it's
monster.
it's been so
Dude's hitting almost 500 for the playoffs.
yeah, that's
500. Like,
it's
just, and if you're the Dodgers, hear me out. Don't pitch to him.
yeah, walk
Just don't
him,
pitch to him.
make someone else beat you, right? Like I don't
But
see I
the thing is
never
that lineup has been that lineup has been beating him, and
yeah.
nobody's and everybody's pitching to Vlad too, so like that doesn't help.
But
But
that's the thing that's so frustrating to me is like I would just like it doesn't matter whether it's Judge, Raleigh, Otani, Vlad, like I'm not pitching to you. Walk them every
yeah,
single time. Oh, it's going to load the bases? Okay. It's better than him hitting a grand slam and knocking one out of the park, right? Like I don't understand that. Like I don't understand I understand the competitiveness in it, but I don't know, a guy that's hitting 500, don't even give him a chance. Don't give him one swing at the plate. Not one. I just
um, I just want to read some fun Vlad Guerrero postseason stats this year.
yeah.
He has 43 at bats.
Hmm.
He struck out 3 times. Three. That's it. And I misspoke a little bit when I said he was hitting 500. He's hitting 457.
Oh, okay.
My apologies.
Yeah.
My apologies. He's 19 for 43 in these playoffs
Yeah, that's
with 6 walks. The thing is, they're walking him, and it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Like, he's driven in 12. He has 6 homers. Like,
Yeah. It's a
dude's
big
just
deal.
dude's on a heater.
Yeah,
Dude's on a heater.
he really is. Um I checked earlier today, but it didn't look like they had named a game one starter yet. Um,
No, they still haven't. Like, I think if I were to be a betting human, I would imagine the Dodgers are just going to run back the rotation they did in the NLCS,
right, that's what
which
I
means
was thinking
you're going
too.
to see Blake Snell game one, Yamamoto game two, uh, I think Tyler Glass now game three, and then Otani game four.
Yeah, no, but for the Blue Jays and stuff, they
Oh, for
haven't.
Toronto, yeah,
Yeah, Blake
yeah,
Snell was
Toronto.
named the starter for the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays haven't named a game one starter yet. So I was kind of curious about that who they're picking. But you know,
The thing that worries me with them is
mhm,
like with Toronto's like they got some rest, but they fired all their bullets in the ALCS.
they really did. They really
And
did.
like those relievers have been leveraged and
Yeah.
like
It's still, by the
whereas
way, it's still undecided as of now. But and I guess that's
yeah,
what noon on Wednesday. But you're right. They're gonna roll out Snell, Yamamoto, and then, you know, from there it's just gonna cook, right? Like
yeah,
they know exactly what they're doing. So and that's if you know, I know Snell pitched the game of his life in the LCS, but like even if he's close to that or half of that, it's still a great start for him. So
that's the thing. If the Dodgers are going to keep pitching like this, it doesn't matter what
yeah,
Toronto does.
yeah,
It really doesn't.
there's no need for a bullpen too,
Nope.
at that point. Not really, but like you know what I mean. Like it's
And
if
the
they're
thing,
gonna pitch 8 innings, how are you gonna beat a team in 1 inning doing that?
and the thing with the Dodgers is their bullpen is suspect.
Yeah,
They're like, I know they converted Rory Sasaki over to be a closer, but like he's hittable. Like
yeah.
I'm just saying, like there's enough tape on him now as a closer. I just something to think about.
Well,
They
so
can
and that's what we're
starters
talking about with them, right? Like you know,
yeah,
obviously, like if they're pitching, if their starting pitching is able to carry them, what else do they need to do to be able to win?
that lineup is just a lineup full of professional hitters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know Toronto's like, but you know what I mean? Like when you have dudes like Teoscar Hernandez like hitting sixth, you're like, what? Like, and Teoscar Hernandez would be a cleanup hitter in every other team.
Yeah.
Like,
There's not a lot of easy outs in that lineup at all. And then they've got
no.
guys on the bench too that come in and pinch hit that you're just like, "Oh, great. I'm so glad we get rid of this guy. Now we got another stud."
And
It's
it never ceases to amaze me. I love that Otani hits leadoff for this team.
yeah,
It makes
I
me giggle so much.
it's so cool. Like it makes sense. Give this guy as many at bats as you can possibly have, but like never in our childhood would you see a guy like him batting leadoff. It just
No.
we had mentioned this before, but I definitely think their postseason experience is going to matter, and especially the World Series experience. It's because it's a different. There's a difference, and I think that comes with probably every sport, whether it's the NBA Finals or the Super Bowl or the World Series, like when you have experience in that last game, the championship games, or championship series, those matter differently than being in, oh, we made it to the LDS, 10 times, or the LCS 12 times. Like if you make it to the World Series and you win a World Series, that matters. Or even just being there, right? Like that is solid postseason experience. And I the Dodgers are just loaded with it, man. Is there any guy on in this lineup that does not have World Series experience?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah, Otani, yeah, everybody they essentially ran back the same team from last year.
Hmm.
Like, yeah,
It's
it's
crazy.
bananas.
It's
Um,
crazy.
I will say with Toronto, the thing that they have is George Springer. George Springer's had like this incredible season, and he's a former World Series MVP,
Yeah.
albeit for a cheating team, but still, like,
Yep.
so you know what? He does have that experience, and I think between him and I think Vladdy's leadership, I think they're going to be okay. And I think the Dodgers win this series, but I think this series goes six.
I was just gonna say that. I think it's 4-2 Dodgers. Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. Yeah, I think
I
Toronto can
think,
figure out how to snag two off of them.
yep, I think so. And I think, yeah, I think that like this isn't as inevitable as everybody thinks it is with this series. I think that the Dodgers bullpen can be had, and there's ways, and
Hmm.
you have to pitch perfect against this lineup.
Yeah.
And Toronto has the arms to do it. We'll see.
Yeah. It's
Their
gonna.
rotation's all out of whack now because of them going seven. Like,
It is kind of interesting because you mentioned it last week that like the somberness in it is that this is the last the last guaranteed 4 games,
yeah,
possibly 7 of this baseball season, which kind of is sad in that, right? But man, what an amazing stage to have it on with these teams, right? And kind
I
of,
agree.
the Dodgers are quickly kind of becoming the villain, even though, yeah,
Into it. That's which I absolutely love. I don't know if you saw the trophy ceremony after the LCS,
no.
but he's like, everybody says that we're like bad for baseball. Well, let's ruin baseball and win this thing, win the whole thing. Let's
Who said that?
go, Dave Roberts, the
Yeah,
manager.
yeah.
Let's
And
go. Let's be heels. Let's do
think
it.
think about it. A few years ago, they were talking about firing him because he
Yeah,
kept
because he
going
couldn't
to,
win the big one.
yeah, because they couldn't win it, and then then we deal with that. But craziness. So, anything else you want to mention about that?
No, I love the World Series. It's one of my favorite things, but it also means like baseball's coming to an end real soon, and
Yeah,
that makes me real sad. That
yeah.
does. Like, yeah. I'll
Yeah.
be okay though. I
Yeah,
will. Baseball will come back.
we'll check in on you, and you'll have some
Yeah, please
some
do.
interesting football and some Thanksgiving turkey soon. So, that'll
Yeah.
be coming up. Uh, as we transition to the NFL, there's just some big storylines from the weekend, but let's do what we usually do. Let's start with the injuries, right? And the
Yep.
sad, kind of unfortunate one, Mike Evans breaking his collarbone, and just it didn't look good when he went down, but just the fact that they were saying like he was going to have a chance to tie Jerry Rice this year for the most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. And
And
just
now he won't.
the fact that I don't think he needed that to be a Hall of Famer, because I think if you
No.
could put together that stretch with the quarterbacks that he did, you deserve it, man. Right?
Yep.
It just such a great leader, someone I didn't believe in for many, many years and was proved wrong for many years.
Hey,
um,
I drafted him in Bennett League this year, and I was like, man, I would love to get the last good bit of football out of him.
yeah.
Turns out I didn't.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I didn't have him. So
Yeah, I still remember in the playoffs a few years ago where he put up like, I don't know, 56 points, 60 points, something like that in one game. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no way, man.
yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So, then Sauce Gardner, he ended up getting a concussion in Sunday's game. So hopefully he's going to be okay, but he's going to be in protocol. Max Crosby, who's been the subject of trade rumors, even though like they say like this guy bleeds Vegas Raiders. Like he does not want to leave at
Yeah.
all. He is the first guy in, the last guy to leave. Like he banged up his back and his knee, but I think he's going to be okay. But I gotta believe teams like the Cowboys are hitting the phones hard to try to get this guy. Um, I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. We're up against the trade deadline, and there's a lot of interesting names that are
Yeah.
circulating. But maybe we'll get into some of these storylines of what happened in the week 7 of football, and then we can maybe talk about some potential of trade fits and stuff like that. Um, First, we started off with just a banger on Thursday, right?
Woo!
The Bengals,
Woo!
listen, they had a
Biggie.
big win over
Hot
the Steelers on
diggity.
Thursday night. And that was just that game, by the way. I woke up early to watch the end of it, and man, was that a good one to watch. First of all, like the Steelers, who I didn't realize they have 180 million, is it? Or 150 million tied up in their defense.
Yeah.
They could not stop Jamar Chase. He got targeted 24 times. 24
Yeah.
targets in the game. Like they just couldn't figure it out, man. Like he was on fire. And like that's the thing. Jalen Ramsey needed a little bit of help. But
Sure did.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't all
Yeah.
on him, man. Like
Respectfully, 300 million dollar defense wasn't stopping Jamar Chase that night.
yeah, and
Nah.
Flacco just doing Flacco things, man. Like
I forget with Flacco when he's good, the touch that he puts on passes,
yeah.
like he was just dropping dimes to Higgins and Chase like it was his job.
Yeah, dude, he got
Like,
it's the two best receivers he's ever played with.
oh,
And
for
like
sure.
the first week didn't go that great, but this week it was like, oh, Jake Browning who?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like Joe Burrow was on the sideline, him and Jake Browning, and we're loving it, man. Like this
Yeah.
guy, he's old and he's going out there and doing it. It's crazy. It's crazy. So
I do love with Joe Flacco that he's on the bingo card, AFC North bingo card. He just needs to play for the Steelers, and he's checked them all off.
yeah, yeah. It's I don't know. There's just something about him and his demeanor and the way he goes about his business that he just commands respect to. He's the
Yeah.
nicest guy. Like it's hard to really dislike him. And I love the quote from Tomlin before what was like what was Cleveland thinking getting rid of this guy? Like and then you trade him in division to a team. Like think about how desperate you would need to be to get rid of a guy like that. It just I don't know, man. It was crazy to watch. And it really the Steelers if they win that game, the division is very close to being theirs, right?
Yeah.
Baltimore's been in the basement. Like even with Lamar coming back, they've got a big uphill battle, which they still could figure out. But Cincinnati winning this game, their season's still alive, and that's a really really big deal. So I don't know. I think the Steelers got a lot to address, and it's an interesting piece because they were talking about Rodgers coming in there. They brought in Ramsey, they brought in Darius Slate, right? Like all of these guys that they brought in, they said, "Oh, that's all we need." DK Metcalf as well. All we need is just Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
Turns out you need a little more than that because he wasn't playing bad. Like it wasn't.
No.
But this defense has a lot of talent on there, and they just have not been. I think it's 3 games this season that they've given up over 30 points. I can't ever remember a Steelers team doing that. Like it's
Yeah.
wild. The other big storyline, return of Rasheed Rice in Kansas City, which was just electric. Like he looks good, man. And I know there's a lot of people hating on that, but man, like he looks Kansas City looks like a very dangerous football team now. I'm not going to say they're complete because they can't figure out how to run the ball. But
No, they can't. That's
man, Patrick Mahomes is looking good. This offense is looking good in terms of passing.
He's single-handedly keeping me alive in guillotine right now.
Yeah,
It's bananas.
yeah,
It's bananas.
yeah. He's very good. So look out for the Chiefs because him being back means a lot. Uh, Also, the Colts they absolutely pounded the Chargers, and this was kind of
Let's
interesting.
go.
Yeah,
Let's talk about this, man. I'm so happy for you.
well, so the score was 38-24. When you see that, like it doesn't tell the story of the game at all because the
No.
like it's just not indicative of that whatsoever. Like the Colts were essentially up 38-17 when the Chargers scored in the fourth quarter, but the Colts could have ran it up even more if they wanted to. They just looked very good, and Jonathan Taylor is a monster.
Stud. A stud.
Yeah, like this line is pushing people around. Indiana Jones is killing it. Like it just I don't know, this team is just really playing well. And I know I know the defense has given up a lot of yardage. I get that, but this bend don't not break defense, it's working for them. And
Yeah.
they forced Herbert into 2 turnovers. So look out for the Colts, man. They're the #1 seed right now. What year is it?
Allegedly, it's 2025,
Well,
my man.
we're skipping ahead because you're and I gotta let you know this. Like if the playoffs started today, your Pats are the #2 seed,
Pew, 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 pew.
and this is a team
I
you
wanted
said
to talk to you,
maybe
and
they'll win 5 games this year, but
yeah,
uh,
and maybe I'm a fucking idiot.
yeah,
That's
me too, because I didn't pick the Colts to do this well. I didn't
um,
think that was going
I
to happen.
I remember in our preview, I
Yeah.
remember specifically dumping on the Colts so hard,
Oh
and
God.
boy,
Oh man. It was really bad, and I don't know. I haven't had a lot of great podcast moments this year when I've been talking positively about the Colts. I was mad about the Tyler Warren pick, who I love him now. Like he's just watching him play and fit. He's doing
told
exactly what he did at Penn State, but just for the Colts now.
told
And
you,
yeah,
you were. I had to talk you off the ledge on that, man. I
yeah,
told you, he's so good.
so this is the thing. I did not see it. I saw it functioning through or them trying to run it through Anthony Richardson. I did not envision that Daniel Jones was going to be the starter or that he was going to be playing this well. And I'll tell you, turns out you don't need to play perfect. If your running game is really good, your offensive line is good, and your defense knows how to get after a quarterback.
Yeah,
So like, I don't know, man. Like they're they have, I think, a 96% chance. Their ESPN is saying right now that they're going to make the playoffs. That
yeah.
I'm really pumped for them right now.
I watch a lot of Colts. I feel like the Colts are usually one of my multi-box games
Yeah.
typically, and it just makes me so happy to see them good.
Hmm.
Just for you, like man, like I'm so happy for you, dude. Like
Yeah.
that's
You know what I was loving the most, and I really appreciate you saying that because it does make me feel good. What I was loving the most in that game was watching Jonathan Taylor get the handoff and not get touched for like 10 yards. Like
yeah,
not even a hand on him on some of those scores. It crazy, man. Like he's such a good running back, but the fact that the line is blocking so well. The only block on the weekend that I saw that was better than that, I don't know if you saw the 78-yard touchdown run by Jameer Gibbs.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was as soon as he got through the line, there was no way anyone was catching him. But the Colts offensive line is playing very, very well right now. So look out for them. It's
yeah.
hopefully it's not going to be a tale of a second half. Hopefully it's going to be a full season of this. But
Well, I do want to say
mhm.
like with the Colts, like there is the second half of their schedule is tough. I'm
That's
not saying
why
they can't
it's
do it.
no, but that's why it's so important that they started off like this,
Yeah,
right? And they beat some
after their
good teams so far. They really
after
have.
their after their bye, it's kind of a murderer's row the rest of the way. It's KC, Houston, Jacksonville, Seattle, San Francisco, Jacksonville, Houston.
But Houston hasn't been playing great. They've been playing good defense, but they can't figure out offense. Jacksonville,
Yeah,
this one week they beat Kansas
yeah,
City, the next they just drop an egg, right? Like get crushed by the Rams. Like and that was an amazing game to watch, but they just got brutalized, man.
yeah.
It was awful. Um I don't know, man. Like Indy's figuring it out. I like their chances, man. Kansas City's going to be a real big test for them coming out of the bye, and
And it's on the road too.
yeah, that which
That's a
is what you need, man. That's
yep.
what you need. But the one thing that I will say is like, whose offense do you think is better, Kansas City's or Indy's right now?
I honestly Indies. They're
Yeah,
just more efficient.
dude, they run the ball very well, and I'll tell you, Kansas City will struggle with a team that can run the ball very well. And I don't know.
Also, Kansas City, their defense this year, you can kind of dunk on them. Like you can kind of manhandle them around, and I never thought I could say that before about a Chris Jones defense, but like
Yeah.
Chris Jones is like getting pushed around out there now, and that's a weird thing to watch.
Yeah, it is a little strange to see. He's still Chris Jones sometimes though, and when he flips
Sure.
that switch, it's scary. So I don't know, man. That's not still not a defense that I want to take lightly. They're playing at home.
Yeah.
Weird things happen in Kansas City. You know, things go
Yeah.
the Chiefs' way there.
I meant to tell you earlier, not a Colts thing, but I did convert religions this weekend.
Ah.
Yeah, my new Lord and Savior is Drake May. He's my
Ah.
new Lord and Savior. I worship the ground he walks on.
You talked to
All is
Tom
good and
about
well.
that, or?
Well, Tom's still number one in my heart forever
Oh,
because
okay.
he
Maybe
took
it's
us
his
to
son?
levels. Probably, yeah. I
Okay.
mean, the way he's slanging that around, yeah,
Yeah, I'll tell
sure.
you, he's been looking really good, man. He's not perfect, but he doesn't need to be.
Nah,
It'd be nice if they got Travian Henderson going. I could really use that, man.
Jesus. I thought about taking him in fantasy, and I'm glad that I didn't
Dude,
because, man,
he's just like dropped out of favor with them. I don't know what the deal is, man.
yeah.
And you would think like after Ramondre Stevenson not having some good games, like you'd think he'd be up there, but no, no way. The other game that was absolutely insane, and I've never actually seen something like this. The Denver Giants game. I think they said there's like 1,162 times that a team's been down 19 points in the fourth quarter, and all of them have lost. This is the one team that's won.
Hanson was going to have an aneurysm
Yeah. Uh,
during this. This was the my when I get old and dementia eventually gets me,
yeah.
this will be one of those memories will be the last I forget because it was one of my favorite red zone experiences of all time.
Yeah.
Just sorry, not Chris Hansen. Yikes.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen.
Yep.
Different dude.
Could be
Scott
brothers,
Hansen,
but we don't know. Yeah.
Scott Hansen just going nuts.
Yeah.
Just nuts.
Yeah.
Like, oh
It,
my God, what a thrill.
yeah. Denver, they score 33 points in the fourth quarter. I haven't even spoken to Uncle Raj about it because that's his team. But like, I can only imagine like what their fans must like. Their fans were in disbelief at the stadium. Like,
Yeah.
I can't imagine leaving, being down 19-0 and being like, yo, we're leaving. We're not sticking around for this game. And then finding out later, like, oh, wait, there's no way we won. No way.
I was checking out that game like at the start of the third quarter, and I was like, wow, the Giants are gonna fucking steamroll these guys. Good
Yeah.
for them. And
You
then like
know,
just didn't think about it till the fourth quarter, and then
you know what though? Dayball kind of bungled it a bit at the end. Like I don't know. Jackson Dart, again, I'm not a huge fan of him, but like he is a good quarterback, right? Like at least as a
yeah,
rookie, he's making some rookie mistakes and stuff like that. The interception was kind of boneheaded, but like he could have like tucked that and ran it, and I don't think what the backer would have caught him. But instead, he threw it right into his
I
hands.
agree.
Right, he could have
Yeah.
lobbed it over. I don't know, man. Like, there's a million things he's probably running them through his head too. But like, even at the end of the game, they could have figured out a better way to be able to do it. So it just, I don't know, man. I
You know,
don't know.
it was one of those things I like thinking about that game.
Hmm.
The Giants are a really young team. That's
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's and it that games like that's where it shows where like it's kind of you're blowing this lead and you're trying to like get momentum and you're like matching them
yep,
score for score, but at some point you just kind of lose your composure, you know?
yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's I don't know, and like, it's very difficult when it starts to rain and pour. It's very difficult to try to like stop the stop it from leaking like that. It's very
yeah.
difficult. So they, I don't know. Kudos to the Denver for figuring it out, not giving up, and
And an emotional day at the stadium as well. The Demarius Thomas, like they put him in the Ring of Honor. Peyton
yeah,
Manning was there.
yeah. Oh my God, dude, oh man, we're in the middle of a great segment, right?
Hmm.
And my wife calls and I tell her, listen, I'm on the podcast, and she sends she sends the sticker of Fred passed out by the air conditioning machine.
Honestly, that might be the greatest thing I've ever created. It might be.
Oh, that
It's
is
my one. It's the only sticker I have saved in my phone.
yeah,
Is that?
yeah. Oh man, too
Yeah.
good, too good, man. Oh God. All right. Yeah, I mean, just totally broke me in the middle of a very like serious segment about like Denver and Demarius Thomas and Manning being there. Yeah, it really got me. So
The gift that keeps on giving. Good
yeah.
for us. Good for us.
Also, and this is funny to watch Stephen A. kind of talk about this, but the Cowboys are looking very good with the return of CeeDee Lamb. I mean, they were looking kind of good on offense before that, but now they look unstoppable. And it's like Dak is playing, I think, with the best offense he has. They're missing linemen, some of their starting
Yeah.
linemen, and they had two guys that were tied for the league lead in touchdowns before Amon Ross decided to score one last night. But like Ferguson and Pickens are lighting it up. Lamb's back. He seems healthy now. They're running the ball really well with Javonte Williams. Like, all they need on defense is one stop. But the problem is they can't get it most of the time. If they could
No.
play the Commanders every week and Jane Daniels isn't playing, that's another injury we didn't talk about, but that's kind of
That's a
scary.
huge,
And
yeah.
it didn't look good either. It didn't look good. I
Nope.
felt bad for him because he had last year looking really good. But I don't want to segue on that. Like the Cowboys are just looking really good on offense. If they can
Yeah.
make a trade at the deadline here, which Jerry he says he's gonna, I don't know, man. Like maybe they can figure
Didn't
something
Jerry
out.
already make a trade at the deadline in trading Micah Parsons?
Yeah, well,
Does that count?
not the deadline, but
That count?
yeah, before the season, and I'm sure he would like that guy on his team right now, but
I
uh,
hear me out. I think it would help,
I think it might.
especially when Micah Parsons had 3 sacks on Sunday. Just
Yeah.
saying.
And this is the other thing too, and I was going to bring this up before when we were talking about your Pats, but the Pats are 5-2 right now.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, in the NFC, there's 7 teams that are 5-2 or better, and three of
Yeah.
them are from the NFC West. So I just think like this is the Cowboys have to make a move. They got to figure something out with that to see if they can get a guy that's going to put get after the quarterback on defense because right now it's kind of scary
Yeah.
watching them.
I just want to say this about the Patriots. Like I love that they're playing so well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any I don't have any delusions of grandeur that like we're gonna make a deep playoff run.
Mm.
I understand that. Like I'm enjoying this season for being competitive,
Yep.
winning the games that we're supposed to, but like we don't have an offensive line. We don't. Like we cannot run the ball to save our lives.
Drake May's running for his life too.
He is. And like, yeah, I just like this is a fun season, but I know we're not gonna like make a deep playoff run. The Colts, that's a team that can make a deep playoff run because you
Mm-hmm.
guys do everything well. You
Yeah.
run the ball, like you know what I mean? Like it's so
Yeah.
but it is nice seeing the Patriots good again.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like I think they're gonna get other guys in the offseason that are gonna want to go there if they see them playing well. I think that's a really good thing. The other thing too, like with all these teams that are kind of doing well, I think it just means we got some incredible football coming in the next few weeks because some of those teams are going to win, some of them are going to have to lose. And then we're
Yeah.
going to kind of figure out like, okay, who's at the top of the pile at the end of this. I'll tell you, watching the Lions the other night, that's a good team.
Um
Uh, I'll tell you, man, they
I guess.
on offense they're very very good, and on defense they look better than I think people are giving them credit for. Aiden Hutchinson's a monster. And if they make a trade for a guy, I don't think Trey Hendrickson's going to be available, but if they make a trade for a guy like him, I think they instantly become one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, there's some other teams that are looking really good too. The Rams are looking really good right now. 49ers, which doesn't make sense to me. Uh,
You and me both. It's
yeah.
weird seeing Mac Jones do Mac Jones things and like, yeah.
And the Seahawks are quietly like could be the best team in the NFC. I don't know, man. Like it's scary to see them how good they're playing, and
JSN has taken another level, gone up
yeah,
another step as a receiver. Like
yeah.
he might be one of the 5 best receivers in the league at this point.
Well, so the interesting thing that I heard about him is like they said he's on pace right now to just be short of 2,000 yards, which is insane
Yeah.
in this season. But he's not like a Calvin Johnson. Like he's not 6 foot
No.
5. So it's crazy. And like this is a guy that was overlooked like at Ohio State. There was other guys that people were saying, these guys, this guy's better than them. Well, who was it? Chris Olave, they thought was better than him. Garrett
Yeah.
Wilson. Turns out JSN is that dude, man. And really, I thought for sure, and we'll get to this in a minute, but I thought for sure that JSN was going to butcher me the other night in guillotine because he's a guy that could go out and catch 12 balls in a game.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I think that's a good segue to fantasy, right? Like you are still alive in guillotine. How you feeling, bud?
Man,
You put up a lot of
It's
points
just
last week.
I did, but we're getting to a point now where I have to start juggling bye weeks,
Hmm.
and I keep losing out on waiver wire stuff, which is like cool because now I have like the fourth most fab in the league,
Yeah.
which is great. But like at some point, I have to kind of push my chips all in,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Listen, there's
So I
the teams
there
are
is some
getting
good
smaller, so that's
there
good.
are some good waiver wire pickups. Like I just picked up today in guillotine.
Tez Johnson.
Who's the receiver in Tampa?
Tez
That
Johnson. Yeah.
yeah, I
Yep.
just picked him up. I think that like I think now with Evans being gone, like I think that's like gonna be he's gonna have a bigger role.
Hmm. Still, like
I need
Boga's
to
the
like
guy there, and Godwin's going to come back. But you're right. Like Tez Johnson, like definitely a guy that stepped up the last few weeks and it has done better. So,
I
um,
know if I can survive like another 1 or 2 weeks, if I can get to week 10,
mhm.
I think I have a real shot. Because
Nice.
by then I think I'll still have I because everybody in our league, there's not much fab left.
No, there's not a ton.
Like
And
it's
granted,
so
people are getting some back, but not at $5 a week. They're not
not
getting that much. That it's that
like
it.
I said, I have the fourth most fab left, and I have $70.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
There's some stacked teams now, by the way.
there are. Yep.
Yeah. My buddy was like, he was weighing the decision today. He's like, do I go all in on Achan? And
That's
he
I put in
did.
a bid for Achan, and I was like, I wanted him, but like not. I don't know. Like
I think he went for what, $76 or 67
yeah,
bucks.
he
Yeah,
went for
yeah.
something insane, and I
Yeah,
was like,
something
all right,
insane.
well,
How you doing in Bennett League?
got a huge win this week.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out having Jameer Gibbs just go for over 200 yards
Yeah,
helps.
yeah. I love having Jameer Gibbs on my team.
It's
Bennett
the one
League,
thing you don't have to worry about.
yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I didn't have any wins at Bennett League, and now I have
Yeah.
2 wins in a row.
Don't call it a come. I'm telling you, this is what I did last year.
Yep,
There's a roadmap for it.
there
There
is.
is a roadmap for
Lamar
it.
is getting healthy. CD Lamb
Yeah.
is back. Like, dude, I'm telling you, my team, it could be something crazy. And this is the second week in fantasy football that I won in all of my leagues.
Woo!
I actually scored over 200 points in one of my leagues, and that's the one with
Let's go,
Jameer
boy.
Gibbs. So I was feeling really good. But in my other personal league that I run, going into Monday night, I had Drake London going, and I was up by like 40 something points, and I had Drake London go, and then I went up by like almost. No, I was in the 50s at that point. So like I think I was like 54 points that I was up,
Yeah.
and he had Baker, Amon Ra, and JSN to still to go. And I'll tell you, JSN was one catch short of beating me.
That's
So
raw,
it
man.
was I won by less than a point, and
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it because I turned it off. I was watching the game and I turned it off in the third quarter when JSN caught his eighth ball, and I was like, "Dude, this is over. I'm not even gonna."
Yeah.
And he didn't catch another ball, so I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling blessed, and yeah, we're gonna keep riding this, man,
Yeah,
as
man.
as much as we can. Um, yeah,
Fun thing in Guillotine League is like, so I had Lamar.
yep,
He was my first pick. Didn't go well.
no,
I did win a bid for Patrick Mahomes,
hmm,
which I'm glad that I did. And like to be honest with you, now I have Lamar coming back, and like
he's gonna sit on the
Mahomes is
bench.
coming up. Mahomes is coming going on a bye pretty soon, and like
Perfect
it's
time.
the one, yeah, one, and then like after that, I will kind of figure it out from there and
Yeah.
try to see where I need to go. But like, yeah,
Yeah, man. Until I see Lamar really lighting it up and looking good, I'd keep
oh,
starting
I'm
Mahomes.
riding
Yeah,
Mahomes all the way.
yeah. He's
He and
killing it right
Jake
now.
Ferguson. I've been riding. That's what I've been riding, man.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson has been amazing this year. He's got to be the
Yeah,
number one tight end in football this year.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he's been
yeah, and
awesome.
that's the thing is I have Brock Bowers just rotting away just on IR because
Yeah,
like
and that
yeah,
was a first round pick, wasn't it?
second round pick. Yeah,
Ah, man, you
yeah,
took him on the way back.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Not
man.
great.
Yeah, this week it's going to be interesting because we're getting through the bye Mageddon this week, where there's a lot of really good players on bye this week. So
Yep.
you're going to see a team get cut this week. Someone whoever has Jameer Gibbs, they are hurting this week, man, big time.
Oh, I am in
So
Bennett League. I yeah,
yeah, so
I am in
it's
Bennett League. It's
I got him
rough.
in another league. It's so much fun having him, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, we will see what ends up happening. Anything else you want to mention about fantasy before we?
No, it was the rare where I didn't have to sweat out a Sunday night game or a Monday night game.
Yeah,
It was nice.
it actually is really nice when you have that. I also kind of like it as we get later in the season. You'll see like the East Coast games are over, and then they have
Yeah.
the West Coast games. So the guys that have the West Coast players, they really start sweating going into the
Ooh,
last
sure
night.
do.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we will see, and we will be back what next week, bringing
Yep.
episode 99 to us. We're closing in on
Woo.
100 here, so yeah, episode 99 is coming next week, and yeah, until then, man, peace.
All right, man. Hey, I love you. Stay
Love you
safe.
too, bro.
Peace.
Peace.